Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading. I am here with Mega, our saucy little beaver. Hi, Mama. Hey, yo, pretty girl. Hi. Oh, my sweetheart. All right, guys, so I have a message for you guys tonight, and I'm feeling a lot of shifts in the connection with the masculine and feminine. One of the messages I wanted to share with you guys is that I find with the divine masculines, they're feeling a lot more protective of the connection, okay? And they find themselves being more transparent with the divine feminine, sharing a lot more than they would. They're not being secretive. And I feel like it's because they don't want anyone popping up with surprises on the divine feminine, okay? Oh wow, we have contracts, career, and commitments coming out again. It's interesting because I feel like now many of you are seeing, the commitment, the bond that both of you share, and that it does go beyond any type of karmic illusions. And so I do feel that both of you are forging ahead in this beautiful way, and things are naturally unfolding the way it's supposed to. And I think, like, on the feminine's part, many of you are not feeling triggered because of your masculine's honesty and transparency. And I think that it's a huge step for a lot of your masculines to let you guys know exactly what it is that's going on with them and what's going on in their life. And pretty much answering questions that you've had for a really long time. And it could be about things like contracts and career. And I feel like they're committed to protecting this connection, even if it may not be a full-on relationship. I feel like the transparency has a lot to do with, listen, like, I'm here. I want you in my life. I feel like they're acknowledging the obstacles that are in the way. But most of all, I feel like there's this beautiful sense of honesty that's coming from the masculines, okay? And, let's get some on the feminine's energy. I feel too that, like, many of the feminines are also, we have assistants and spirit guides. I feel like many of the feminines are moving forward regardless of what the masculines are going through, okay? Because being honest and transparent in the connection, it's like, oh wow, that's great from the divine feminine's perspective, like, wow, you're being so honest about everything that's going on. That's great. But I feel like it was more for the divine masculine to feel that sense of relief, okay? Because everything that they've been honest and transparent with the feminine about, your feminines already know. The feminines are usually 10 steps ahead. They can foresee things that are happening. Their dreams tell them a lot, just a certain vibe or a certain feeling. So when your masculines do come forward and they are very honest with you, I feel like many of you, for a second you may be taken back. And for a lot of you, it's going to seem so interesting that it's like you've known all along, and to have them validate everything, it really does show the commitment between the both of you, and that, this whole bond, it's not about landing this relationship. It's about a connection that two people share that goes beyond just your ordinary relationship. It's like they don't have any holes on each other. It's like they're able to be, free with one another. There's no competition. There is just this genuine feeling of peace, of wanting each other to be happy, wanting each other to feel relaxed. And like, I get that. I feel like many of your masculines want you to feel relaxed. It's like things may not be perfect, but they feel like, at least I need to be honest, okay? And I think that's beautiful. Like, I feel like for the first time, many of the divine feminines you're feeling like that's all you've ever wanted, is just like the openness, because I feel like from the divine feminine side, it's like you're not perfect either. And I feel like for a lot of your masculines, it's been very triggering as well. But they're also, kind of easing off and letting up the need to possess and control the connection, or even you as well, divine feminine. I feel like, for the first time ever, they're feeling free to do their own thing and live their own lives, because you're leading the way. You are also doing that in return by, and if you guys didn't watch the last reading that I did on the channel, check it out, because I talked about many of the feminines just flirting and extending their lighthearted energy. And it may not be in like a romantic or sexual way, or it could be, depending on what many of you are up to. But again, it could just be just being friendly towards people and attracting people towards you, and it opens up just a beautiful moment for you to expand and to share, and like I'm hearing, like, to brighten up other people's day. Okay, and I'm seeing too that a lot of feminines are being pleasantly surprised by the places that they're ending up in. Okay, what is the outcome for you both at this time? Okay, so we have toxicity bound in patterns. It may be what many of your masculines are recognizing at this time, and they're letting go of it, okay? Because I do feel like both of you want to be free, and part of that freedom is letting go of the need to control, okay? Like, it's like letting go because holding on hurts more. It's like, it reminds me of, when you hold on to that rope and the rope is pulling out of your hand, it's like it hurts more to hold on than it does to let go. That's what I'm feeling for many of you, and it's transforming the connection. Okay, so we have Mercury, we have messages, we have travel, we have communication. A lot of your masculines are really just they're embracing themselves right now. I feel too like the energy of Mercury, it really does bring, like, for me, I feel like renewal. Okay, a fresh start, things to do, a chance to do things differently. We also have message in a bottle as well. I feel like many of your masculines want to communicate that, like, they're always thinking of you. Like, it really doesn't matter where they are, what they're doing. They're always thinking of you. They're always holding space for you. Okay, many of your masculines may be traveling right now, and that's the thing. It's like, it doesn't matter where they are, what they're doing, or who they're with. They're always reminded of you. Okay, so if your masculines are off traveling, they'll often see people that look like you, and it kind of distracts them a little bit. Or like, what I'm getting with this is, like, they're always being taken back to the connection. Like, even with the word messages there, it's like, no matter where they are, what they're doing, spirit guides are always assisting on the journey to help these counterparts, remember the bond between each other, because it's almost like fuel, like it keeps the two aligned. And we talk about, why twin flames have this connection or this special bond, and it's the energy that gets sent off. A lot of your masculines, when they're in this type of energy where they feel like there's positive movement forward, like there's bonding with the divine feminine, but it's not like control. There's no competition, there's no jealousy, there's no wanting to possess one another. Like, it takes them out of that, right? And it gives them this relaxed feeling of just being themselves. I feel like for a long time, many of your masculines, like, they felt very closed up inside. It's like they wanted to be transparent with the divine feminine, to be honest, but I feel like a lot of them felt like if they spoke their truth to you, that you'd go running in the other direction, and that they would lose you, right? But it's like the connection is transforming. I feel that for many of you, a lot of your counterparts, specifically the divine masculines, they're starting to see that they can't lose you. You're always going to be there in a sense, but I feel like many of them are wanting more. Like, they don't want to just know that, oh, there's always going to be this friendship or this bond. I feel like many of them are wanting now to, test the waters here and go even further with that feeling. Okay, let's find out how they're romantically feeling for you. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups. No matter where they are, what they're doing, they're thinking about you. I can't show this card too much. It's just two people embracing each other, kissing. You guys can definitely look at the Two of Cups. You can Google it. You guys know how YouTube has been kicking our butts with these cards. But You know, this card reminds me of, you know, some of your masculines, they could be like, they could be daydreaming about you. They could be like, even if they're with other people, okay, they could be closing their eyes and like wishing it was you, or like they may know or feel what it's like to be with you in the physical. They might miss the smell of your hair, the smell of your skin. Like I'm seeing for a lot of you, if you've been intimate with your twin flame, and it doesn't always have to be in the physical, guys. Like it could just be connecting intimately for the first time. And then once you guys cross that line, it's like you can't go back. I'm seeing that like at this time, if you're divine masculines, you know, if they're in other situations, or if they're not in other situations and they're just alone, I see many of them closing their eyes really tightly, and it's like they're wishing that you were there, even if they're being like intimate. Okay, this could be like self-pleasuring. They're closing their eyes really tightly and they're wishing that you were there. And when they close their eyes, I feel like this is what they see on the Two of Cups. You know, it's like you would think it would be like this very like raw type of energy, but it's not. It's like beautiful, sweet, soft, sensual lovemaking, even if like they're with another partner and like the most beautiful romantic settings. I wish I could show you guys the card here. Let me see if I can just kind of cover that part up. Okay, so they could be in like the most beautiful romantic settings. You know, they'll be closing their eyes a lot, and just for a moment, just closing their eyes and wishing and hoping for you in that moment. Okay. It's a very like sweet romantic energy that I'm getting. It's like the bond deepening between you two, because, you know, maybe some of you have kind of crossed that line, and it's like there's no turning back. All right, guys, I don't know who this was meant for, but I hope you guys have enjoyed. You guys take it easy. I will catch you in the next one, okay? All right, bye, guys.